Are you looking for outstanding views of Okanagan Lake, Okanagan Mountain Park, and a short but challenging hike? Well, stick with me because today we're heading up to the iconic Pincushion Mountain in Peachland, BC. I'm Nathan, and this is the Trail Underfoot. One of my absolute favorite views in Kelowna is of Okanagan Mountain Park. The interesting geological features perched delicately on the shores of Okanagan Lake is a memorable feature of the region. And there's no better place to see it than from the lofty heights on Pincushion Mountain in Peachland. This is one of the most popular hikes in the region, and for good reason. The trailhead is on Ponderosa Drive, a residential street that winds up the mountain off the highway in Peachland. It's easy to spot thanks to the large painted peach on the side of the road marking the turnoff. You drive through an abandoned golf course that was first built in the 1970s, but that is overgrown and hardly recognizable today. Although the golf-themed names of the surrounding townhomes, like Chateau on the Green, certainly hint at its former glory days. It's a pretty small parking lot with no overflow, so I'd get there early if you want to snag a good spot. The trail starts to climb immediately, and plenty of switchbacks snake their way up the mountain. The ground is loose and rocky, so make sure you have a good pair of shoes, especially for the hike back down. About halfway up to the top is the first lookout, and it gives you an interesting perspective on the abandoned golf course and a great glimpse of Okanagan Mountain Park. Pincushion Mountain is so named because of its iconic rocky summit that supposedly looks like, well, a pincushion. You can start to see the recognizable rocky cliffs once you hit about 3/4 of the way up. There is a bit of scrambling over some moderately difficult portions, but it's nothing that most hikers can't handle. As you approach the Pincushion outcrop, you transition along my favorite part of the hike, a relatively narrow corridor with a steep descent on either side. The final few hundred meters can get a little confusing as your final destination is a little beyond the true summit and slightly lower. You'll know you're there once you hit the Canadian flag and picnic table bafflingly established at the site. This is where you're treated to unobscured and jaw-dropping views of the lake and Okanagan Mountain Park. The hike to the top is just over 2 kilometers, or 4 kilometers round trip, and a climb of about 350 meters. It can be steep in some places, but is perfectly doable with a moderate hiking ability. The path is obvious and well marked, so you're unlikely to get lost along the way. The most difficult part is probably the hike down, as the loose gravel and steep trail can make even the most sure-footed a little uneasy. Overall, this is an outstanding hike with incredible views of Peachland, Okanagan Lake, and Okanagan Mountain Park. It's easily done in a couple of hours, leaving plenty of time to stop for a pint in Peachland on the way home. What do you think? Is Pincushion the most iconic hike in Peachland? Let me know in the comments, and as ever, please do let me know where you think I should go next. See you next time.